Shalom. Shalom, Akim and Akwafia. Coming with you with this lesson about this Jake right here, man. Our people, they just never gonna learn, man. You know, they love Babylon. They think this place is gonna keep them safe. Understanding that the judgment of the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh is gonna come down on this place, man. And you Jakes, you wicked ass Jakes, man. Y'all too busy thinking that y'all gonna stand with this red boy and that everything is gonna be alright. But it's not. You know, this boy got some pride on him, just like the rest of our people that think they can just get into this war. They think they can just get into this war, right? And that they're gonna fight alongside a red boy, and red boy gonna take care of him. Doesn't work that way. He doesn't even take care of his own when they come out of the military. How much more you, Jake? You know. But I'm gonna play this video, and I'm gonna get into some scriptures, you know. But before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well over the flock, that taught us all this 100% truth, man. Shalom to the few Akim and Akwathi out there listening and learning. You cancel the likewise doctrine, this Great Millstone. Shalom. Salutations to the hopeful elect, man. You know? So I'm going to get this lesson started. I'm going to start this video, and then I'm going to bring out some precepts on this, because Jake is done. He's going to be destroyed, and it ain't going to be nothing that he's going to be able to do about it. Right along with you wicked two-third ass Jakes. A lot of you going to go over there to that war, and you're going to get put down, man.
I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
You see that pride on him? That pride on him, man. Let me play that again.
America. Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
That's how dead in the mind Jake is. You mean to tell me out of all the atrocities that these people did to your people, your ancestors on this land, all the inequality, all the claims of you being less than human, all the claims that you less superior than these people. You telling me that you gonna die for a country that dogs you out all your life here? You think because you in this red boy's military that he got your back? But y'all about to find out when Jacob's trouble kick off that it's not gonna be sweet, man. It's not gonna be sweet at all. This is Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Cursed be the man that trusted in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, and a salt land and not inhabited. Yeah, so Jake, he trusts in flesh, man. You know, he think that with the little military training that he do have, you really don't have no experience because you never really been to war before, that y'all gonna go over there and overcome this thing. A lot of you Jakes don't understand that I've even heard Ishmaelites, I've heard brothers speak about it too, that actually went over there. I've heard brothers telling stories that were told to them about elders and apostles that also been over there, man. And Ishmael told them, hey, we know you oppressed in your land. This is not your fight. You should just go home. But you Jakes want to play the hero so bad, not knowing that you got a power, man, that's going to deliver you out of this thing. But you too busy thinking that, hey, With this AR-15 and a couple of grenades, I can do what I need to do to get this war done. And no, it's not gonna happen like that. Esau finna come down on you cats with this war, because y'all getting ready to fight a war that has nothing to do with you, man. This don't even have anything to do with the U.S. But at the same time, this is the will of the Lord that this place get destroyed, and that's where it's gonna eventually lead up to. This place getting nuked up, and you soldiers that's gonna be over there in that land over there. If you survive anything, when the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh pull up in that chariot, he gonna beat y'all down to powder, man. He gonna beat y'all down to powder. And then you're going to have to come back in the kingdom, man, in your right mind. But like I said before, a lot of you 2/3, you're going to be destroyed on this side, man. This is Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Like this Jake right here. He went to Egyptian military or Babylonian military thinking that he was going to make a change. Not learning from the people before him of his skin color that went to that war and was dogged out when they came back to the States. Makes you think about that movie Dead Presidents with Lorenz Tate and Chris Tucker and all the other brothers that went over there and fought in that war. And when they came back to America, they didn't have nothing to show for it but a bunch of hardships. And what did they do? They started robbing banks and shit. They showing you in little ways that that's how they treat their people that been to a war to fight for a country that doesn't give a fuck about them, man. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither look at the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words. When these judgments start going out, they're not going to stop. They're going to continue to go forward, man. They're going to continue to go forward no matter how you're looking at it. Belt will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men. These ain't nothing but men, man. They can't save you. They can't save you. And not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helps shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fall they shall all fall together. You see that? That's what it's gonna come down to. You're gonna die with your enemies, man. Because y'all have no faith in the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It wasn't even given to you. You're created to be an unbeliever, and that's what it's going to be. You know, you're going to go down with the rest of your brothers and sisters who go on that war with their enemies. That's insane that you brothers want to go to a war and fight for the people that does very bad things to your people and have over the years, man. Over the years, these people have proven time and time again that they don't give a shit about you, Jake. But you just still want to keep on linking up with this red man. This man has a bloodlust, and y'all gonna find out. I've heard stories of how those military men, them Edomites, treat Jake over there. They don't treat you right at all. I got nephews, cousins that's up in this thing, man. I'm probably gonna go to this war and never come back. That's what's gonna actually happen. A lot of you gonna die in that war, man, because y'all think America is this place that can't be touched. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. See, we understand this, and that's why we keep telling you people, especially you Israelites, to stay out of this fight, man. And a lot of you gonna go because they got this draft coming up. I think from the age of 18 to 26. Y'all gonna have to go get drafted. Y'all gonna have to put up them bootstraps And you're going to end up going over there unless the Lord is with you and it makes some type of way to where you don't have to go. You know, that's why we need the Lord to protect us from these things. The devil is coming up with all these different rules. You know, you got things getting ready to take place in America. You know, a couple of so-called T attacks done happened over here already, and them things are going to intensify. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was in America itself, because they want these people in America to be in the uprising so they can be justified to bring in troops on the ground here. Mind you, I heard something about Trump talking about giving the military the permission to use deadly force against U.S. citizens who do not comply or who wants to protest about the things that the government is doing. Even though it's unrighteous and people should have a freedom of speech, where all of that is going out the window. Everybody's losing their rights here in this kingdom, in this land, man. Because we're at the end of it. Ain't no going back to what it used to be. You know? This is Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouch and yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. They seem like they're ready to help you Jakes too, but they not. They're gonna be killing y'all over there as well. And mind you, when shit hit the fan in America, you people, you Israelites that ain't in that war, it's gonna be major death in this land. The Edomites gonna get fed up and they gonna start getting at you the Israelites as well, man. You're not gonna be safe. Jake keep thinking that this is his rest, but it's not. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. You know, you can't trust these Edomites, man. And you Jake's about to learn the hard way, because this devil only has a short time left, and he's getting ready to come down with great wrath, man. You know, you Jake's got to understand that. But we know through the Spirit, y'all don't understand it. Y'all think Babylon, because Babylon ain't never been blown up or hit with nothing for real, besides 911. Oh, it's some shit that's getting ready to hit the fan on this land. And a lot of you gonna get caught in that day, man. Because the Lord finna send major plague, death, famine up in this land. You see other nations are starting to leave the dollar alone. You know, a lot of shelves are finna be empty here in America. So it will be famines, man. Proverbs 11 and 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. The elect is going to be delivered, man. But you Jakes and you Eves out there that want to hold hands and sleep with the enemy, and you want to hold hands with them, that's not going to save his ass, because a lot of you want these Edomites to be saved as well, but that's not going to happen. The wicked will be punished, man, no matter how y'all look at it. You can cry about it, cry be a river. It doesn't matter. It's going to go down. And these Edomites going to pay for what they did. While you Jakes constantly trying to go and fight wars with them and stand toe-to-toe with them like you matter and you don't matter to them. You know? This is Revelation 18:1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen and is become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from her from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, because the plagues that's getting ready to come upon this place, it's going to be famine and great death and destruction, and you people don't see it coming, especially you Israelite men and women, northern kingdom and southern kingdom. Y'all don't see these things getting ready to come down the pipeline, and it's coming. You know, this is not your rest, man. Let me go grab that as well after I read this. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. You remember what she did to you, Jake, and your ancestors? You remember what Babylon the Great and its people, these Edomites, have done to your ancestors? Reward her even as she rewarded you. What did she reward you and your ancestors with? Death, rape, genocide. You know? You have to pay attention to these things. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled filled to her. So everything that this place has done all over the world, and especially to you Israelites, it's going to come back onto her double. That's why we need Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to cover us in the times that we coming in. Because it's going to be mass murder out here, and a lot of you Jakes, the time of Jacob's trouble is at hand. And a lot of our people, 2/3, might I say, is going to be destroyed in this land, man. And a lot of you going to be destroyed in that war as well. Micah 2:10, Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it's polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. And a lot of you worldly minded jakes that think everything is going to be A-OK in this land, you're finna be destroyed with that sword of destruction, man. Because you decided not to put your faith and trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Therefore, the only thing left to do is for the Lord to destroy the wicked house of Israel and deliver the elect 144,000 men and the 1/3 men, women, and children that believed on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Until next time, Shalom and Abba Babar.